Baby, lightweight. Yes, it's hello guys. FC RAMSAY is back, and we are over here for the watch along of Bosnia and Germany. The match has just started for the UEFA Nations League. Soon we will be covering up the lineups, the starting players. It's just 40 seconds into this game, and Germany are in the UEFA Nations League. But just let me cover up the lineups which is required for this. Yes, this is the lineup for Germany and Bosnia. The game is there at the Stadion Billion Poljev at the home of Bosnia. Gnabry with the ball to the right wings, but there is an interception from the Bosnia defense. Just switch that to the lineups. Here it is. So here is the lineup of Germany. We are having Florian Wirtz, the absence of Musiala is really taking a toll out of it, and he is out for a hip injury. But yes, soon he will be back in the squad. The likes of Clendenst and Andrik as well as Gross in the midfields. Dennis Undav will be the primary centre forward, playing deep lying in the formation of 4-2-3-1 under Julian Nagelsmann. Kimmich will be there at the right back as usual. Jonathan Tah and Rudiger is back in the squad as well as Mittelstadt. Talking about Bosnia, this game is between the FIFA ranking of 75 and FIFA ranking of 13. So yes, a must win for Germany. But talking about the bench, here it is for Germany, the goalkeepers Blaswich and Oliver Bowman. No Manuel Neuer for the goalkeeping positions. And yes, Alexander Nobel has made his appearance in the first lineup. Yes, Robin Gosens and Schotterbeck are there for the centre backs, whereas Pavlovic and Stiller, whereas the likes of wing forwards Furic and Leveling with Burkhardt. But yes, totally a novice squad for Germany over here. So much expectations from Nagelsmann in this match, as this is the young players playing in the squad, and generally we will be having a lookout of those players without the experience of the much awaited likes of Gundogan, Tony Cruz, Thomas Muller, Manuel Neuer, much requirement of Kai Havertz. So absence of lots of experienced players in this squad. So here it is live Bosnia and Germany from the home ground of Bosnia. So Germany has traveled to Bosnia for this game. So Kimmich is playing at the right backs, right midfields to Florian Wirtz, trying to find Gnabry, but there is an interception. Rudiger back to the tackle. The players to look out for in this game is from Bosnia. The likes of Eden Zeko is much expected for this experienced player. Just look at the stats of Eden Zeko in this game. No early goals for Germany in the squad in this game yet. But yes, look at the stats of Eden Zeko. He is from Fenerbahce and age of 38. He is an experienced player in this game, and he is really of a very good rating. But yes, much expectations from Bosnia with this striker Eden Zeko with the experience he is having, as well as the likes of Demirovic on the left wings. He is from Stuttgart, and yes, he will definitely good player in this game as well. So that is all about the lineup from Bosnia, as well as we will be having a watch along of the games where there is Hungary and Netherlands too facing each other, and Netherlands has traveled to Hungary at their Puskas Arena for this game, as well as in between Slovakia and Sweden, whereas Sweden has traveled to Slovakia. This game is between the FIFA ranking of 42 and 28. So much expectations from Sweden's Victor Gyökeres as well as Kulusevski, these two center forwards, which Sweden will be liking to get a goal from either one of them in this game to get away those 3 points. And yes, there is another match as well going on between Ukraine and Georgia. Talking about Ukraine and Georgia, Kvaratskhelia and Mika Dadse is the forwards to be looked forward from Georgia. But from Ukraine, there is Dovibik, the player to be watched, much precise for the goals in these games. So a total of 4 games we will be having a watch along, but our primary concern will be that of Bosnia and Herzegovina. So here it is. Just let's come back to the playmaking. What is going on in the field right now? The live chat is open over there, and the predictions of who is going to win today's matches is there as well. So a kind of injury for Kimmich in the field can be seen at present, but it is a lightweight game, very lightweight. So a yellow card for Gigovic early in just 8 minutes, and that tackle to Joshua Kimmich, he was down to the ground. Such type of tackles in the Nations League is much critical to the players because yes, this is a long season with the aspects of Champions League as well as the FIFA Club World Cup is going to commence from 2025. So players are in a hectic schedule this year, and such type of tackles must be taken too harsh by the match referee. Talking about the referee, it's Frankios Lataxier. He must deal with these tackles much strictly so that the players don't commit foul. So in this game, so far 88% position with Germany and 12% with that of Bosnia. Let me just share it. Nagelsmann is having a word with his assistant for the tackle to Kimmich. Guys, join the watch. Boom. Ball is in position of Bosnia, moving from the right wings. That is a cross. Dimirovic is the player to be watched as well in this game. Talking about this player, Demirovic, he is from Stuttgart and he must be just man marked too carefully from Rudiger as well as Kimmich. That was a long aerial through ball to him. Ball is in position with Alexander Nubel to Jonathan Tah, Mittelstadt back to Tah, Hendrik, Rudiger. There are chances of early goals in this game, but yes, unless and until there is some kind of clinical finishings. Just 10 minutes into the game, and the ball is much in the possession of Germany. Undav trying to cut in. but that is an interception from Bosnia again. Gnabry, Kimmich, back to Gnabry, Kimmich again. There is some sort of midfield absence can be sorted out in this game. Kimmich is staying down a bit from the right back positions, trying to find those holes and the spaces inside Bosnia's midfield. Andrik is staying to the defense along with the likes of Ta. Kimmich back to Nobel. Ta. Ta is the player who is on the watch out for the transfers in the winters from Leverkusen, but yes, his expectations of getting transfers to Bayern is really very less. Dzeko with the ball. Edin Dzeko, the experienced guy from Fenerbahce this season, but an interception from Rudiger. It is Gross moving to the midfield and it hits Florian Wirtz just outside the box. Back to Gross. Florian Wirtz trying to cut in, but they are being outnumbered by the Bosnia players in the box. So yes, Bosnia under Sergej Barbares has just decided to be on the blocks and doing the interceptions, which is much needed in this game. And they are definitely going for those counters, especially to look about with the center forward aspects of Demirovic. Edin Dzeko, the experience, he will give those passes for those goal poaching moments of Demirovic as well as Gigovic in the squad. A tackle from Andrik. There is a mispass in the Bosnia defense. Mittelstadt again with the tackle, but yes, Bosnia is moving. They are being outnumbered by the German players. Only 3 to 4 of Bosnia players are there. Rudiger with the interception. Dennis Undav passes to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz trying to find. There was Dennis Undav as well as clean test in the attack, but there was an interception along the defense lineup of Bosnia. That is a chance for Demirovic. Can he cut in? He is just outside the box of Germans. Tackle from Mittelstadt. That was a sliding one, and it was just to deny Bosnia from any chances from the edge of the penalty box. Mittelstadt talking about the left back position. He is being doing good, very good in this season, and he has been recruited from Stuttgart. His performance in the previous season at Stuttgart was really, really very good. And yes, this player is a marvel from the left backs. There are likes of Rom on the left back as well. But yes, Nagelsmann prefers Mittelstadt, where the gameplay is going to be subtle and normal for the Germans. Yes, Nagelsmann is a young coach who was in charge of Bayern as well before Thomas Tuchel. And yes, he decided to be with the German squad, denying the relations with Bayern this summer as a manager. Hendrik to Jonathan Tah, Mittelstadt with the cross, but neither Dennis Undav or Kleindienst were there. Kimmich to Rudiger, back to Hendrik. Rudiger again, some kind of passing in the defense for creating those gaps in the midfield. Kleindienst is the player he must be expecting. That is a chance for Undav. No, he was in an open space. Damn. Mittelstadt was in an open space in the box of Bosnia. That was a chance. That was a close chance. One of the big moments which Germany has got in this game. That was a right footer shot from Mittelstadt, but that was nowhere near the post. such chances from Mittelstadt is the expectation for Germans to get a goal in this game. That was a clear opportunity. He just missed it. Shot being taken by the goalkeeper Vasic from Bosnia. Suddenly, Bosnia is looking moving to the forwards with the likes of five players in the counter attacks. It would be troublesome if there happens a mishap in this game. Because talking about the table over here, where Germany and Bosnia are lying, with Germany at the top of the table with 5 points. They have two draws and one wins. And Netherlands with one win and two draws as well, staying at the number two position. They are having a match today against Hungary. And Bosnia and Hungary are at the number three and number four positions with just 1 point each. So quite a tight group with respect to the playmaking of the players in this group. Yes, talking about Hungary and Netherlands, it is still a 0-0 draw up to the 15 minutes of the game. Whereas talking about Slovakia and Sweden, neither of the teams has scored till 15 minutes. And as well, Ukraine and Georgia are also just levels equal with zero on the score sheet so far. Gnabry back to Nobel, but there was an advancement from the Bosnia's centre forward, being the player Demirovic. He tried an attempt to pressurize Alexander Nobel, but that was a clearance from Nobel well. Tight fixtures of the players this season is really going to be too critical to watch up to the last game of this season, because Champions League as well as next year the FIFA World Cup as well as the Nations League and the leagues of the respective nations are going to take a toll out of the players. Many players are getting injured. Rodri, Carvajal, Ferran Torres. There is a huge list of injuries for Barcelona. There is a huge list of injuries for Real Madrid as well. Manchester City under Guardiola in the last year of his appearance for the Blues, the Light Blues. Kimmich has moved forward, but that was a cross. No one was near the left wings. Dennis Undav and Clendest needs to be a bit more wide in the attacks. They are getting too close and too centrally moving. They have to get those adjacent angles formation always in the attacks. Dorian Woods is there much expectations, but yes, the absence of Musiala and his pairing with Musiala is much. There has been a much expectations from these two youngsters for the German squad. But yes, the Deuce players do need to find way out in this game with the young players playing their best. Sergej Berberes from Bosnia must be looking for a goal at least. But yes, there is an experienced centre back pairing of Rudiger and Ta, along with Kimmich being the captain. Joshua Kimmich, the versatile player playing for the right backs as well as the defensive midfields, moving towards the right wings. He is doing his job quite good, and he is always there for the performance. He is the Mr. Performance, Mr. Captain, Mr. Performance, Joshua Kimmich. Dennis Undav trying for a tackle against Basic. But yes, Bosnia is looking to be pressing the German squads a bit. for the past 5 minutes. Jovic with the tackle, and Germany has won a throw for it. Mittelstadt with the throw to Hendrik. Back to Ta. Jonathan Ta to Alexander Nobel. Nobel to Rudiger. A total of fans watching in this ground is more than 15,000. Yes, Bosnia is having their home ground where the fans have gathered to the amount of around about 20,000 fans watching this game at their home where they are playing against the douche. Rudiger trying to give a cross to the centre backs. Some kind of movements in the midfields from the Germans is lacking in this game. So far, just 22 minutes of gameplay. Voice quality is good, video quality is good. Yes, the stream is looking good. And yes, guys, those of you who are watching the stream, do hit us the like, do share, and do subscribe. And there is a Q&A at the top of the chat that who is going to win the game tonight. A counter from Bosnia, but interception from the Germans. So Germany is staying with the likes of Ta and Rudiger at the centre backs. Julian Wirtz to the left wings. Back to Hendrik. Ross making a movement in the midfield. Kimmich towards the right wings. Gnabry has cut in. He is into the box. He has just dribbled past one player, but no, that is a block. So yes, Bosnia is making it big. At times, it can be seen that they are pressing much efficiently. And the lack of a perfect striker in this game. Clinton's being the player he has been from Borussia Mönchengladbach, and at the age of 29, he is performing. Much expectations from Julian Nagelsmann from this player, as well as the likes of Dennis Undav, the forward from Stuttgart. Generally, he plays as a super sub, but he has been just made to play in the first lineup. A long free kick for Bosnia, and it is into the box of the douche Florian Wirtz with a through ball from Mittelstadt, but that is off for a throw. So yes, Germany is being denied their natural gameplay, and Nagelsmann is looking a bit dejected with the performance in the first 25 minutes of the game. Waits to Gross with that shot, and that was close. Oh my God. How can Pascal Gross miss that shot just from the outside of the box? That was too close, and Vasic, the goalkeeper of Bosnia, was nowhere near it. That was a straight shot, few inches off from the first post. It just touched it or just glided away from the first post. How close he was for scoring that goal for the Germans. That was a big miss. Gross. So, two big chances for the Germans so far in this game. A total of three shots being taken. One from Mittelstadt and the second from Gross. Both of these goals needs to be converted for a must win for the Germans. That is a number 10 Demirovic with that shot, but no, he was denied. And Rudiger with that block. Demirovic is the player. He is making those moves starting from the first minute. I am being that critical with that player. Eden Dzeko trying to stay at the center forward position, and Demirovic is just moving a bit. But yes, that was a leg and a block from Jonathan Tah. Bosnia is making those moves, and it can be seen that yes, they are playing good so far. But yes, their possession of only 25% so far in the 27 minutes, and to that of 75% possession of the Germans. But the lethal aspect of both the teams are now quite evident, and it is an open game. Anything can happen. That was a corner taken, but Eden Dzeko being called for a foul. The captain of Bosnia, that was a cross. It was so close. Barbares is just looking for those early goals for Bosnia to put up some kind of pressure for the Germans. Andrik, Mittelstadt, Ta, no kind of high defense lineup for the Germans can be seen despite a few moves. Kimmich from the midfield advancing to the attacking positions with a cross. Undav not in a position to collect that ball back to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt trying to give a cross. Damn, Klentist is nowhere near the goal. Not much movement from Klentist and Undav in this game can be seen so far. But yes, the performance of the midfields of Endrick and Gross is doing good, with the centre backs of Ta and Rudiger doing their job quite decent so far. Florian Woods has moved to the right midfields. Kimmich to Endrick. Endrick back to Ta. Ta to Mittelstadt. Rudiger. Kimmich. A missed pass from Rudiger to Kimmich. Rudiger is just having a fun time on the field as always, and he is the man who has been marking Demirovic in this game. Demirovic needs to be marked very efficiently for the Germans to block Bosnia from any goal. That was a foul to Kimmich from Demirovic, and yes, the referee has given it. The players need to play quite decent, not getting engaged in any type of fouls or getting injured, because this season, I am repeatedly saying it, this is a long season and much expectations from the players at their club levels as well as their national levels. So yes, the players need to be very relaxed and they must perform with no injuries. That is the deadline which every player must be expecting. Talking about Bosnia and Hungary and Netherlands, in 27 minutes, no goals have been scored, and that is a goaling score chance. Yes, who has scored? That is Dennis Undav scoring for German. What a through ball that was! Yes, Nagelsmann has crossed it. He has done it. That is the first goal. Dennis Undav just taking away his shoulders. He is with that goal. Just look at the Dennis Undav movement. He has made it. Nagelsmann had the confidence in this player, Dennis Undav. Just look at it, and it gave a pass to Florian Wirtz into the box. Florian Wirtz makes a knee back pass, and that is Dennis Undav straight into the goals of Bosnia. And the movement of Dennis Undav with his shoulders moving and these gesticulations. Dennis Undav has done that, and Germans are 1 up in just 30 minutes of this game. So Nagelsmann must be happy that in the first half they have done their job. They must be expecting to get a goal more in the first half. Attack is the formation which the Germans have always preferred, and attack is their first line of defense. The concept of total football. But what a back heel that was from Florian Wirtz. It was straight to Undav. And that Endrick threw ball into the box of Bosnia. Bosnia were just a bit high in their defense. And yes, it made the chance for the Germans to score it so efficiently. The advantage of one goal in 30 minutes. Now the Germans need to make those gameplays because Bosnia will be staying a bit high in their midfields for those counter attacks. Middlestat to Clandest with a cross to Undav, and that is Clandest again with that scoring chance he has scored. So that is the number 9 from the absence of Nicholas Fulker. Nagelsmann opted for Clandest and he is scoring goals for the Germans. He is from Borussia Mönchengladbach and this player just doing his starting lineup as the number 9 for the Germans has scored. Referee is going to check that is an offside or not. But is that an offside? No, that wasn't. That cross from Kimmich. No, he isn't offside. He is very close to the defense lineup. But I don't think that is an offside. Referee is going to check the VAR for this goal. Clindanced, if he gets this goal, after that VAR check, then it will be a huge boost for the Germans. The check is over. Oh my God, that goal has been denied. That was an offside. How on earth can you give that an offside? He was so close to the defense lineup of Bosnia. Florian Wirtz again moving towards the left wings, trying to dribble pass. Some sort of Glebovic movement can be seen from the right backs of Bosnia. Florian Wirtz is being man-marked well by the Bosnia defense. But yes, that goal for Clandest must have been a morale boost and a confidence boost for that player from Borussia Mönchengladbach. But definitely he needs to get these goals. And that was a close call from the VAR and it was given an offside. Kimmich at the defense clearing it up to Andrik, just spreading the field to the right backs, moving in, cutting in, trying to find Gross to Andrik, back to Ta. Jonathan Ta is just moving up, pressing the centre back high lineup of the Germans. Florian Wirtz with the possession. Gross to Kimmich. Kimmich tries to find Undav, but there is an interception from Bosnia. Rudiger. Bosnia tries to make some counters with Eden Dzeko. Rudiger with the interception. Gross to Kimmich. Gross. Wirtz. Gnabry inside the box. Can he get that goal? And it is Florian Wirtz. He has just made a curtain. That was scoring chance for Gnabry, but he was denied of a clear shot inside the box. And that is Demirovic moving. He is the counters for the Bosnia. And that is a miss from Bosnia. That is Demirovic. Damn, that is a penalty. Oh my God. Just 5 minutes from the 30 minutes of game and so much drama. Bosnia with the counter attack. Andrik was there. Was that a tackle to him? But I don't think so. But is that a penalty given by the referee? What he is pointing at? The ball just hits the post. No, that isn't a penalty. Oh my God, I was literally scared that that was a penalty given to Bosnia. So Bosnia is making those counter attacks. That was a clean chance for Demirovic, the number 10 player from Bosnia. He is from Stuttgart. He is looking for that goal for Bosnia. But that was well denied from Endrick. And yes, Alexander Nobel just made an early attack for Demirovic, but that goal was denied. Germany is moving with the pressure possession, and they are there. Dennis Unda with the cross. Yes, he has scored. That was a cross from Mittelstadt. Bosnia is really playing good, but yes, the sharp edges of the Germans are really proving lethal in this game. What a performance from Bosnia counterattacks. They are making moves from Demirovic, but the clinical and the super edges of German forwards are doing those moves. That was a Mittelstadt cross from the left wings inside the box. Unda was deep lying and he just had to make a touch with his right foot. And that is the second goal for the Germans. Dennis Unda with his first goal, he made this move. And with the second goal, nothing such type of movements from this player. But yes, Bosnia is really playing good. And some goals from Demirovic as well as Dzeko can be seen. 37 minutes of this gameplay and Germany are up by 2 goals. Bosnia has the possession. Bosnia trying to find Burnik. Much of the Stuttgart players are playing in this squad for the Germans. This is the first time it can be seen that much of the band players are not present for the Germans. Hendrik finding Undorf. That was a throw. Kimmich. Yes, Nagelsmann must be happy that with such a novice squad and a young squad in the formation, the Germans are bringing their new techniques, new approach to the game with the players. Lendins to Gnabry, that was Undav in the move, but denied from Bosnia. Ball is back in position with Gross. Gross to Gnabry, Mittelstadt to Wits, Florian Wits to Gnabry, back to Mittelstadt. Again a cross inside the box of Bosnia, but that was a good catch from Vasic. Vasic is really doing those good moments, but yes, getting 2 goals down, he must be a bit disappointed. But yes, Bosnia is playing too good in this game. They are making those counter attacks, which Barbares has just made clear for the players. The formation and the lineup Bosnia is playing is 4-3-1-2. They are staying with the 3 midfields, one in the attacking midfield and two in the forwards, the likes of Eden Dzeko and Demirovic in the squad. Gross with the possession, the German lineup as always staying bit high. Rudiger advancing to the right wings, Florian Wirtz, Gnabry, back to Gross, Gross to Tar, Tar to Mittelstadt, back to Tar. Some kind of miss passes in the centre backs of the Germans, back to Rudiger, Rudiger to Wirtz, Wirtz finding Gnabry to the right wings, moving to the right wing corners. That was a too much pass, a bit of strength high from Dennis Undav, and Gnabry just couldn't collect it. A goal kick for Bosnia. Some of the expectations are there from Bosnia. If they can level scores, they need to perform with those counter attacks much precisely. There was a clean opportunity for Demirovic, but that challenge from Endrick just denied him for a goal. Mittelstadt with that header, but back to Zeko. That is a cross. Rudiger has evaded it. It is Gnabry. Rudiger. Rudiger is running funny. He does these jobs quite good. He loves football and he advances to the forwards. Rudiger is high up, and that was a header cross from Mittelstadt. No, I mean that was Florian Wirtz. But yes, Rudiger was quite depressed. Rudiger makes those moves in the ground and it looks quite crazy. Rudiger is that fun part loving of the German squad and he does those moves which really makes the gameplay much interesting and exciting. Rudiger is enjoying his game. It is quite evident that much of the pressure from the centre backs of the Germans is reduced with their two goals lead in 40 minutes of the game. So, what is Nagelsmann preparing from these Germany squads? These players who are playing, there will be expectations for Nagelsmann to get some hope from the players that they are doing good. Just look at the stats, guys. So many chances from the Germans as well as the players. A total of 78% possession with the Germans to that of 22% of the Bosnia. And there's 285 passes. This is quite critical. 90% accurate passes and in just 40 minutes of this game 285 passes have been made. So yes, talking about just making more than 750 passes per game, that is what the passing makes the German squad a bit lethal from their build-ups from the centre backs. And Nagelsmann is also relying on this aspect also. Much expectations of goals from the Germans as usual is in this game. A total of 6 shots taken by the Germans to that of 4 shots and 2 shots on target. But yes, the absence of the experienced players in the squad, some of them have left, some of them have just taken their retirement from football, as well as the absence of Jamal Musiala. But yes, the concept of total football is leading it. Just look at 297 passes, accurate passes in just 40 minutes of gameplay. This is what makes a team look so good. In the opposition half, there is 168 passes, and in the own half, 129 passes. So it states that the German build-up is being played not from the midfield, but much from the defense, which is clearly evident in this game. Just look at the stats, guys. In the own half, the Germans had 129 passes, while as in the opposition half, there is a total of 182 passes. So the total formation, the total build-up is really happening from the centre backs. This is the most critical aspect which Nagelsmann must be worried because yes, the high defense lineup of the Germans against the Bosnia, but much of the gameplay which is being created is from their own half. That was a corner, through ball, aerial pass from Kimmich. Yes, in the opposition box, here that is a total of 17 touches. So these touches needs to be converted to goal. Out of it, if 50% of the chances are there for a goal, then the stats would look much better. These are the two aspects Nagelsmann must be worried of in this game. So yes, coming back to the lineup, here it is for the Germans and the Bosnia. And talking about Hungary versus Netherlands in this game, the lineup is standing here with Joshua Zirkzee, the Manchester United transfer, from the Bayern Academy player Zigze is playing the forwards for the Netherlands, whereas the performer Reinders and Xavi Simons with Gakpo playing on the wings with the likes of the attacks. And Gravenberg, such a monstrous performance he is having at Liverpool, as well as Timber. Remind you guys, this is Quinton Timber, and yes, the likes of Justin Timber will be back in the squad in the second half as well. Whereas the centre backs of Stephen De Vrij and Van Dijk is looking too good, but yet Van de Ven has been opted for the left backs, and Ronald Koeman has just opted for Van de Ven. He is the fastest player, I guess, for this whole matchup. Whereas Verbogen has been decided to stay for the goalkeeping positions. This is Bosnia and Hungary, and in just 45 minutes of gameplay, Hungary is one goal up against the Netherlands. So this is the concern over here which Ronald Koeman must be looking, because Marco Rossi has had Szoboszlai in his squad, and the goal scorer Salah, he is the player from Galatasaray. At the age of 27, he is doing good and he has scored that goal for the Hungarians. So Hungarians again against Netherlands is up with 1-0. Whereas talking about the subs is that of Mark Flecken. Mark Flecken is there. Madsen will be brought in the second half, whereas Gertruida Mathis Delict has not been opted. He is not in the best of his forms. Whereas Justin Kluivert, Weifer, Brobe, and Malen being the super sub for this Netherlands squad, definitely they will make a move. So much expectations from Netherlands against Hungary, though they are one goal down in the first half. Quite a bit of disappointment for the Netherlands under Ronald Koeman. But yes, in the second half, they will definitely come back. Talking about the Slovakia and Sweden over here, Sweden has scored with Ayari and Sema, whereas Slovakia has scored just one. Talking about this match, guys, this is the FIFA rank 42 against FIFA rank 28. And Sweden, the likes of Kulusevski and Gyökeres, they must be man marked very high by the Slovakia. But yes, Francesco Colzana is making his strategies quite clear, and against Sweden, they are just one goal behind. The fourth match being Ukraine and Georgia, where Ukraine has scored, and the likes of Dovivic was there, but Mudrik has scored. Just look at Mudrik, guys. He is from the Chelsea this season as well as in the past season. He is not doing that good for the team, but yes, in this game he has scored, and that assist from Sudakov. But yeah, the likes of Dovic will be too good. And Willie Sagnol must be expecting some goals from Kvaratskhelia as well as Mika Tudetse. So this is for the first half between these teams which of the UEFA Nations League which is happening today, and we will be covering up the rest of the matches as well. So stay tuned guys, as there is a break. I will also take a just short break and I will be back in just 2 to 3 minutes. Do stay tuned guys, and yes, those of you who are watching the stream, do give us a hit, do like and do share, and do stay tuned guys. I will be just back in just 2 minutes. So here it is looking good. The audio quality is good, the stream is looking good. Yes guys, do stay tuned guys. In just a 2 minutes break, I will also be taking a short break and I will be back. Do stay tuned. Yes, a win is expected from Bosnia in this. I mean, from the Germans in this game, but definitely Bosnia will have some tactical implications to this new squad of the Germans. Is the second half going to be back right now? I don't think so. It will be back after a quite long time. Because yes, the players need rest over here. But yes, guys, we are back for this watch along, and the Germans have scored twice, but the likes of Bosnia scoring some sort of goals in the first half were quite evident. So any kind of substitutions which is required in the first half, I don't think so. Nagelsmann will be opting for any substitutions. He will try to persist with this team up to the 60th or the 70th minutes. After that, the substitutions will take place. So yes, those of you guys who are watching this stream, do give us a like, and there is a Q&A on the chat which has been just pinned up, that who is going to win today, and the likes of Germany winning, it is much expected. Talking about the other matches, that is Hungary is playing against Netherlands, and in this, if we look at these stats, the first shot was from Schaffer. Just look at it, guys. 84% of possession is from the Netherlands, while 16% is from that Hungary, but they have got that early goal. That was a right footed shot from Schaffer in just 6 minutes. It was a miss, but yes, it was on target. The second shot was again from Hungary. That was a block. The third in the 17th minute was from Salah. It was also a block, but it just hits the post. It was quite close to get a goal in just 17 minutes. In 20th minutes, it was Reinders. His shot was also blocked. In the 28th minute, that was a save from Netherlands. So a total of 5 shots in 28 minutes. Timber from the Netherlands getting the first shot in 29 minutes, the corner, and it was off the post. It was a miss. In the 32nd minutes, Hungary again gets a shot, that right footed from Salah. It was a goal, and it was quite near the far post, the top corner. In the 37 minutes, Gakpo had a shot, but it was a block again from Hungary. Hungary are staying too deep in their defense. Gakpo with a shot in the 48th minutes. It was a save. So this is all what has happened in the game between Hungary and Netherlands. And at the Puskás Arena, the Hungarians at their home is 1 up against Netherlands in halftime. A total of 4 shots from Hungary and 5 shots from the Netherlands, the Orange. They have made 385 passes in the first half. This is really a quite good aspect to watch for in this game. 11 fouls committed by the Hungarians, so they are staying too deep. Just look at the maps, guys. The shots which were taken, this was the shot which was from Gakpo. Again, Gakpo taking a shot from the outside of the box. Reinders outside the box. Reinders again. And Timber. So from outside the box, Netherlands are getting those scoring chances against Hungary. And inside the box, that was just a shot from Gakpo. Talking about the Hungarians, see, Salah had a shot from the edge of the penalty box. It was just hitting the post, which denied him of a goal. And it was from Bola outside the box. It was a block, and that was a shot which was a miss. So that was Schaffer, and the goal which happened was too near the post from Salah, and it was a goal. And talking about these stats, just look at it, guys. In the own half, Netherlands are playing too good with just 95 passes. So much of the defense lineup of Netherlands are staying high, and in the opposition half, they have made 290 passes. That's amazing. That's huge. Talking about the defensive aspects, the duels won 18, 70% of the duels won by the Netherlands, whereas 31%. And the aerial duel ones is quite equally compared for both the teams. So the successful dribbles being just 4 to that of 1. So yes, Netherlands are doing a decent job, but in the attacks, Soler, Nagy and Van Dijk are looking good and their rating is definitely too good. In the attacks, in the defense, the Hungarians are staying too good in their defense as well. So Hungary is a tough team to crack. And if Netherlands are going to get that one goal edge, that will be a huge booster because playing against Hungary, they are tough in their defense and they give their best for all of that. But yes, in the game against Sweden, playing away against Slovakia, a total of 3 goals, a decent match going on over here. We will be making a video of this tomorrow morning. Do stay tuned, guys. And the game against Ukraine and Georgia, Ukraine has scored that first goal against Georgia. The likes of Mudrik scoring it has provided that edge. But the watch along which we are having is that of Bosnia playing home against the Germans. So this is it. It's Bosnia and Hungary. The Q&A is up. Who is going to win today? And yes, guys, those of you who are watching the stream, do give us a like and do share the stream. That is a huge morale boost to us. The second half is about to start. Players are just freshening up on the lines. What is that image which is coming over here? Yes, the stream quality is good. The video quality is good. The stream quality is looking excellent over here. So this is it. The second half between the Germans and the Hungary. Any types of substitutions? I don't think any of these managers will go for a substitution because Nagelsmann will be happy with the performance of his novice squad against Kleidenst and Undorf playing those goal-making moments. Florian Wirtz, he is doing his job, but he is being man-marked by Gigovic as well as Berisic. And talking about these stats, Germany is going to play. The fixtures are decided against Netherlands on Tuesday, October 15th. They will be back on November 17th against Bosnia and Hungary on November 20th. So yes, quite a hectic schedule for the players this season. As I always say, they are playing the Champions League, they are playing the Nations League. The FIFA World Cup is also the next year, 2025, the new format where many teams are playing. A total of 32 teams will be playing that FIFA World Cup also. So some sort of referee decisions for the players must be quite good, because those nasty challenges, if they are being ignored, then the players will definitely give a much not expected result from their managers. So that it is the second half between Bosnia and Germany. Ronik tries to find Demirovic. Bosnia making a move early in the second half towards the left wings. Ronik is making a throw out of it, trying to find some players of Bosnia. Kimmich from the right back making those interceptions. Rudiger with that tackle and a block inside the box. Jonathan Tah with the interception. Involvement of Clendenst is not much seen in this second half. Nobel, he just had to make a tackle so far in the first half. Mittelstadt to Tah, Tah to Rudiger. Rudiger is having the possession back to Jonathan Tah, Mittelstadt. So yeah, substitutions of for Bosnia has been that of Benjamin Tahirovic. So that is the substitution which has been made, and Basic, the midfield for the Bosnia, has been called off, and Tahirovic has been given that early second half substitution. Demirovic with the ball, he is the player to be looked out for in the first half as well as in the second half. He had a chance from the counters of in the first half. Gigovic trying to move from the right wings, but that is a clearance from Mittelstadt. Katic back to Tahirovic. Tahirovic is staying at the defensive midfield positions to just strengthen up the defense of Bosnia. He is man marking Dennis Undav. Undav is being man marked in the second half by Tahirovic. So yes, Nagelsmann will have to make a change in the 60 minutes. Undav being man marked. If Undav is able to get the clearance against Tahirovic in the second half, then it is a good and go for Nagelsmann. Beats finding Undav. Undav was staying bit low, but yes, Tahirovic is man marking him quite good. Katic with the clearance. Demirovic, Jeko finds Demirovic. Hossein Basic was the player who got that run out of the defense lineup, but that was a tackle from Rudiger. Rudiger is just enjoying this game. What he does his best. He loves football and he is enjoying this game as well, because little bit of ease in pressure from the Germans. Undav, Gnabry and Kleindienst staying at the top. Bosnia are just back passing and the ball is in the position of Vasic. Katic to Barisic. So some sort of tactical changes for Bosnia in the second half. They are stuck to the 5-3-2 formation. Undav has an interception. He has got the ball outside the edge of the box. Wits back to Undav. Undav has a shot, but it was far off from the post. So Undav must be going for that hat-trick moments in this game. That was quite far off from the edge of the penalty box, but the shot was nowhere near the post. No worries for Vasage in the second half. Germans are staying bit deep in their defensive aspects in the second half so far. With the clearance, Glendenst making those tackle. He is strong build. He is from Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he is having a decent season. The stats of Glendenst says that in 7 games for Borussia, he has got 3 goals out of the 7 games. He is on a transfer from Heidenheim this season to Borussia. At Heidenheim, he had total played 100 games and scored 49 goals, whereas in Borussia Mönchengladbach, he is having 3 goals in just 7 games. So yes, he is the found out of Nagelsmann for the absence of full group from the squad. Much expectations from this young player. At the age of 29, he is playing at the striker position for the Germans. Bosnia are trying to make a way out, squeezing from the defense of the Germans, but the tackles of Mittelstadt, Tah, Rudiger, Andrik, Rudiger, Kimmich, they are staying too strong for the Bosnia counterattacks. Back pass to Nobel, Ross, Kimmich, Kimmich finds Mittelstadt, Ross, back to Kimmich, Tah, Ross, back to Tah, Undav, Hendrik, Nobel. Nobel is having that place in the first lineup. The retirement of Manuel Neuer from the Nationals. Gnabry with that wing movement, he has given that to Undav. Undav was playing deep line into the box, into the penalty area of Bosnia. That was again a chance for Dennis Undav. So yes, Undav is making the moves, but Clendenst, being the center forwards, he is staying bit high in the formation. Gnabry, what an assist that would have been found of in that hat-trick goal from him. Rudiger back to Tah. Tah gives a long cross to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt with the left wing. That was again a through ball to Dennis Undav into the box. So yes, Germans are making those moves from the wings in the second half so far because Tyrovic has been man marking Undav. Would have been that edge moment in this game had Dennis Undav been a bit fast. That was a well cross from Middlestat, but yes, Undav was a bit reluctant to get that touch because he has already got those 2 goals. No big scoring chances for Bosnia in the second half. But yes, they got two chances in the first half, which could have been a goal had those shots been taken quite good. A throw for Bosnia from the right wings, trying to find Eden Dzeko, that experienced man in the squad, playing for Fenerbahce this season. Dennis Undav moving with the counters. He has found Gnabry. No, that was an interception. So yes, no fast movements from the Germans in this game. In the second half, they are trying to make those moves from the wings. Kimmich, Hendrik, Hendrich to Wirtz. Wirtz has found middle stat, and that can be the third goal. Yes, Dennis Undorf has that tackle, and it is that third goal. So it is that treble, it is that hat trick which Undav has scored, and what a way he has scored those three goals, and that is the perfect Julian Nagelsmann aspect they must be expecting from Bosnia. But yes, talking about Bosnia and Herzegovina, they are really playing good. But yes, they are not having those clinical finishings. Just look at Wirtz. He found Gross to Mittelstadt. Was that an offside? It will be checked by the VAR. I guess that was an offside. It was an offside moment for Clandest. The cross, which came from Mittelstadt to Clandest, that was a miss and a block from Vasic, the goalkeeper of Bosnia. But Dennis Undav getting that scope of empty space just outside of the goals, the nets. We are being taken, and that will be an offside for sure because Clandest was many inches out of the defense lineup of Bosnia. The referee is finally having a check over here. The VR check for that goal is going on. So is that a goal? Goal review. So that is a no goal. Yes, that third goal of Dennis Undav has been denied. That was clearly an offside. And yes, good referee decisions in this game so far. Talking about the on-field referee Frankos Letaxer is doing his job too good. Good referee decisions in this game. Gnabry with the moves. Yes, the Germans have outnumbered the Bosnia. Florian Wirtz that hits the post. Damn, Florian Wirtz has been denied by the first post of the Bosnia goal. And that could have been that goal which the Germans must be looking for in the second half. Undav trying to find Florian Wirtz, but Vasic has that early challenge with the ball and he recovers it too good. Bosnia is playing good, they are making those moves, but the lack of some tactical abilities and the clinical finishings is just looking missing. But yes, the Germans need to build up and try those formations and practice it well because these are the matches where they will be honing those skills. The performance of Clandest, he is staying bit deep, but he has those finishings this season at Borussia. He has scored thrice in 7 games, and Nagelsmann has picked him despite the absence of Fulkrug from the squad. Landinst is that player who stays quite safe in the playmaking. He doesn't go for those challenges. Start to Gross trying to find Gnabry. Gnabry is making those right wing movements. Waits, Kimmich, Ross, Endrick, Rudiger, back to Kimmich, Gnabry, Glendanst. That is Gross finding Middlestat. Middlestat with that right footer cross, wound off, an interception. That is a clearance from the Bosnia. Interception from Rudiger. Rudiger with that challenge to Endrick. Endrick to Ta. Ta is having a decent game. Ta to Middlestat to Endrick. Kimmich. Kimmich tries to find Gnabry. Beats providing that assist for Gnabry. That is an interception from Bosnia. So yes, talking about Serge Gnabry, he is back from a long injury the previous season. He wasn't present for Bayern in the previous season for a much time under Thomas Tuchel, but he is back from his injuries and he is staying fit this season. That is a good symptom. That is a good perspective both for Nagelsmann as well as Vincent Company for Bayern. Zeko, Eden Zeko and Demirovic are trying to make those moves, but the defense lineup of Ta and Rudiger are staying tall. 63 minutes of gameplay so far. Are to Undav. Undav is deep lying, playing Gnabry, trying to make those incisive runs, the goal poaching movements. That is a tackle from Mittelstadt, a throw for Bosnia in the move. So yes, talking about our second game, which also we are having a watch over here, is that of Hungary and Netherlands, where Hungary is still 1 goal up against Netherlands, and the substitutions of Andre Botka has been made by Marco Rossi in the second half. So no substitutions for Ronald Koeman in this game, and they are 1 goal down. Much expectations from them, whereas Slovakia and Sweden are the same scores of 1 goal of Slovakia to that of Sweden. Whereas Ukraine and Georgia, Ukraine are 1 goal up against Georgia. So all the scores, the score line which was present for the first half stands for the second half as well. Substitutions made by Serges Bargames for Bosnia, and he has brought in Tairovic early in the second half, and Sarik as well as Harris are being brought into the gameplay at the 65th minutes. So basic changes in the midfields has been done. Only midfield aspects has been a concern for Bosnia under Barbares. So yes, substitutions from Julius Nagelsmann as well. Four substitutions being made. Dennis Undav with those two goals, he has been substituted. Hendrik is also being substituted, as well as Mittelstadt also being substituted. So a basic change in the attacking aspects from Undav, and in the midfield Hendrik, and from the left back Mittelstadt they have been substituted, and Robin Gessens, Stiller, and Jonathan Burkhardt has been called up. Talking about this player, Angelo Stiller, he is from Stuttgart, and much expectations from this young player at 23 years of age. He is a consistent for Stuttgart this season. He is from Hoffenheim and an undergraduate from the Bayern Academy. So much expectations from Angelo Stiller, who stays at the defensive midfield position, his preferable positions. Angelo Stiller is a player. He is definitely going to be the prime defensive midfield of the Germans. Pavlovic being not present, that is a move from Gnabry, and that is the third goal which he was looking for. So that is that third goal which the Germans were expecting in the second half, and they have got it quite easily. There was the presence of Clandance also in the center forwards, but Gnabry was outpacing, and the counter attack has just resulted in that third goal for Gnabry. As well as Germany are looking confident with this new build up, the absence of experienced players being not present in the team. That is a VAR check. Oh my god, that was a VAR check and the goal has been denied. Damn. Two goals for Germany in the second half and they are being denied. Again, that was an offside. So yes, this goal from Serge Gnabry has also been denied, being an offside in the counter attacks from the Germans. Reduced playmaking is looking quite decent, but yes, they are not going for those build-ups. The pressing of the Germans in the second half in the build-up is not looking strong. They are just making those moves for the counters. And yes, that is the strategy which Nagelsmann might have discussed in the break after the first half, because they are on an advantage of two goals. And that was a close call for Gnabry for that offside. He was just a hairline out, I guess. But yes, that was a very close call. Thanks to VAR for giving these judgments and these decisions. And that is a goal coming for Bosnia. Yes, they have scored. Eden Zeko, that man. Eden Zeko has scored that first goal for Bosnia. The experienced striker from Fenerbahce this season. He has scored. Eden Zeko was the much expectations which was much required by Bosnia. And he has performed and he has got that one goal. Alexander Nobel was nowhere near that first post. Just look at that cross. Kimmich, he was overtaken by Zeko, and Zeko was left unmarked from both Rudiger as well as Star, and Kimmich was there with that tackle against Zeko, but Zeko is tall and he got that height advantage, and it was declared a clear goal from Bosnia. And the Germans, they have conceded against Bosnia at the 67th minutes. Rather, to be precise, it's the 70th minutes. So yes, Eden Dzeko, with his experience, he has played for Manchester City in his prime, Roma, Inter Milan, and at present he is at Fenerbahce from the past 2 years. 59 games played for Fenerbahce and he has scored 34 goals. That is huge. Eden Dzeko, at the age of 38, he is doing his job of the striker for the Bosnia, and that header goal. What a good game Bosnia is playing. Bosnia is really looking quite decent in this game with their approaches. They know, they definitely know what are their capabilities. They are sticking to it, and that is again a counter attack chance from the Bosnia. Alexander Noble, no risk for him. So yes, Bosnia are looking for those equalizer goals in the build-ups. So yes, that sole goal from Eden Dzeko, despite Demirovic had chances in the first half for some scoring opportunities, and Benjamin Tahirovic, that cross from him from the corners was too good. This is a good game which is going on, and Bosnia has scored once. They are playing their decent game. Alexander Nubel with the ball. Nubel trying to find Stiller from the midfields. Angelo Stiller must be having his time. He must take those moments which are required for the build-ups. Can Bosnia get that equalizer? Stiller is staying bit high. The defensive aspects where Tar, Rudiger, and Stiller are staying quite deep. Stiller is making his moves. Jonathan Bukart, the number 10 for the Germans in the squad. He needs to be a bit lethal. Eden Dzeko is complaining to the referee about that tackle from Jonathan Tah. Tah and Rudiger are just man marking Demirovic and Eden Dzeko. That is a yellow card. Damn, that is a red card for the Bosnia coach. How harsh the referee is. Must be there would have been some kind of verbal conflicts which is happening. So yes, from the coaching area, Bosnia has got a red card and that coach has been sent off. Quite a disrespectful moment for the coaches from the stands. So the fans are louding up against the referee for his decision as Bosnia is playing their home. Much expectations are there from Eden Dzeko and Demirovic, and the coaching staff has been given a red card and he is off the field for Bosnia. Bosnia trying for those long air balls for Zeko. The absence of Dennis Undav is making that German build-up a bit hesitative in their approaches. So who is going to get that second goal of the this half? Is it going to be Bosnia leveling scores with the Germans? Germany is having a quite young squad in the build-up. Damn, the referee showed that red card to the Bosnia coach. Durian Beats, Osens to Weeds, Durian Weeds trying to find the center. Jonathan Tah with the interception. Alexander Noble, Rudiger, Kimmich. Germany has been staying with the formation of Stiller, staying at the defensive midfields, and Jonathan Bukart. This player, that number 10 from Mainz, his stats for this season is that he has got 121 games for Mainz and 32 goals. So Jonathan Bukart must be have to be lethal in the attacking aspects for the Deuce team under Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann, Alexander Noble with the clearance, waits just single-handedly gliding with the ball towards the right wings. Kimmich back to Rudiger. Waits Tiller with that left footer aerial pass to Gross. Bukart had that opportunity inside the box. He should have gone with that first shot. So yes, the likes of Bukart and Clendenced in the forwards, they have to be a bit more clinical. Bukart again one-on-one against Passage. Gosens again with that cross into the box, but that is a clearance. Rudiger being chased by Demirovic. Ball is back in possession of Nobel. Jonathan Tah. Stiller moving to the defense. Kimmich. Stiller is staying bit deep. Waits. Finding Kimmich to Stiller. Stiller finding Bukart. Gosens. Gosens trying to find that center from the left wings, but that was an interception. Kimmich, Stiller, Gross, Bukart got two Gosens. Stiller beats Jonathan Tah. Back to Weeds, Kimmich, Gross, Jonathan Tah, Gosens, Stiller, Bukart, back to Gosens, Stiller, Stiller to Kimmich, Weeds, the captain of this team, Gross, Kimmich, Ta, lot of passes in the build-ups in the defensive aspects of the Germans. Stiller back to Ta. Ta trying to find Gosens, and yes, he has. That is a tackle inside the box. Can that be a penalty for the Germans? Damn, that is a yellow card. It was inside the penalty box of Bosnia. That was a challenge from Barisic. Just look at it. Jonathan Tah giving that pass. That was very close to the box. Damn. It seems it was inside the box, but the referee has given a yellow card for Barisic. Robin Gosens was down to the ground. So some kind of free kick moment for the Germans. Much anticipated that this game was going to be too good. Foul being committed by Barisic, but that was too close to the penalty box. So yes, next substitution, Furyk has been called and Gnabry has been substituted. Needs of fresh legs in the second half. Chris Furyk, he is that player who is from Stuttgart. So lots of Stuttgart players in the German squad due to the absence of the experienced and the retirement of some legendary players from the Germans. The fresh kids and the young guns have been called up by Nagelsmann. That is a cross. It was close. That was clean danced with that header. That should have been a goal. Some sort of clinical finishings is required by clean danced. The ball was off from the post, and yes, that was an offside as well. So yes, Clendanced making his moves, but at times he is being given offsides. He has to be a bit more clinical, and his finishings really need to be a bit good. The absence of Undav Germany, Undav and Gnabry have led to the presence of Angelo Stiller and Furyk in the squad. Angelo Stiller, he is from Stuttgart, as well as Furyk, he is also from Stuttgart. So two of the VfB Stuttgart players in the squad, whereas Rabin Gosens, that left back from Fiorentina, he has been called due to the absence of Rom. Players need to have some rest despite the long season. Clinton, a through ball from Gosens. Gosens tries to cut in. That was some another challenge from Barisic to Gosens. But yes, the referee has ignored it. So Gosens is that attacking position. He plays for the left backs. And yes, that was a tackle from Barisic to Gosens. But the referee just denied of any card or a foul. Deco moving, trying to move with the ball. That is a throw very close to the box of the Germans. Jonathan Tah with that tackle. Can Bosnia level this game because there is some kind of fresh legs in the Germans and their build up with the young players are not looking that lethal in this game. Gazibovic with the long throw. He is trying to find Zeko. Zeko being man marked by Jonathan Tah. That clearance. Clinton's trying to get a header out of it, but he is nowhere near the ball. That is Bukart with the ball, the number 10 for the Germans. Florian Wirtz with that tackle. He was outnumbered by two Bosnia players. So yes, Foric, he is staying at the left wings. A long ball pass for Eden Dzeko. Stiller with the interception. Florian Wirtz and Foric. So Clendenced, Bukart, Florian Wirtz and Foric are the four players who are staying bit high up in the attack. That is Demirovic. He is just close to the box. That is a cross. And can that be a header for Bosnia? No. The defensive aspects of Jonathan Tah and Rudiger are doing good. So that is number 9, Clean with that tackle. Ball is in position with Kimmich. Stiller in the defensive midfield. He is trying to find Furyk. Furyk back to Gosens. Stiller finding Kimmich. Kimmich and Bukart are playing from the right wings to the midfields. Back to Gross. Gross to Stiller. Jonathan Tah. That is Bukart to Gosens. Stiller back to Tah. Gosens has that interception for the missed pass. That is Stiller to Gross, Kimmich, Rudiger. A box formation in the defensive lineup for the Germans. They are staying close. Rudiger, Kimmich, Stiller to Kimmich. Kimmich tried to find Bukart, but that is a missed pass, and that is a goal kick given for Bosnia. Kimmich with the clearance. Rudiger. Wirtz trying to find Furyk. He has Furyk. Is there Clean Furyk with that shot, but there was not much power in it to just get past the goalkeeper Vasic. But that was a close call. There was the presence of Clean and he just needs to have those positions. Furyk was very aggressive in it. Furyk back to Wirtz. Wirtz flying Bukart. Bukart trying to overspeed. But yes, Wirtz has got the position with that ugly tackle. Wirtz moving with the right wings, trying to dribble away. Gross back to Rudiger. Rudiger finding Clendenced. Clendenced to Milner. Florian Wirtz. Kimmich to Stiller. Stiller with that left foot across for Gosens. But that was some kind of overpowered shot. 90 minutes of gameplay is over, and this has proceeded to this stoppage time. So, what is the number of minutes which has been added to the extra time? And yes, Bosnia is making that number 9. Haris Tabakovic is brought into the gameplay with the substitution of Kolasinac. So Bosnia are going for those counters. They are bringing in the reinforcements for the attacks. So Anton is being called on, and Gross is being substituted. Much of the defensive aspects from Nagelsmann and some sort of counter movements from Barbares, Bosnia are going for those attacks, bringing in their number 9 Tabakovic, whereas Nagelsmann is going for the defense and bringing in Anton into the squad. So 5 minutes of stoppage time being given, awarded to this match. So what is going to happen? The last 5 minutes, the linesman is having a talk with Gosens. Gosens with that throw, it is a long one. Furyk, Bukart, Gosens. The ball is off for a throw. Anton is staying at the defense. He is a reliable defense with the likes of Stiller, Ta, and Rudiger. And they have just changed to 5 center backs in the last 5 minutes of the game. Jonathan Ta, Gosens, Rudiger, Kimmich, Stiller, and Anton staying at the back for just protecting the lead of one goal. 5 minutes of extra time being added just halfway into the stoppage time. Clendenced with the tackle, can't find Bukard or Furyk, waits with the ball to Gosens. Gosens back to Nubel. Anton, Anton trying to find Kimmich with that long pass, but the ball was shot with some overpower. Just 2 minutes of stoppage time left to be precise, and if Bosnia gets a goal out of it, then it will be a too good task from them at their home. So that is a goal kick. That was a long goal shot from Vasic, and he just couldn't get connected with Tabakovic, the number 9, who is just being substituted at the 98th minutes for those attacks from Bosnia, and Barbares is going for those attacks against the young squad of the Germans. So Alexander Nobel trying to find Kimmich. Is Kimmich injured? So the referee has given that yellow card a booking for Kimmich as well as Eden Zeko. That was Demirovic with the tackle, and why that yellow card was given to Kimmich. What sort of refereeing at the late stoppage time? Why was that card given for Kimmich? That is number 11. Damn, Furyk had just to dribble past from those counters. Tiller in the midfield, Bukard. So yes, that is the full time, and the referee has blown the whistle. That is just off for the Germans, and the game is over at the Stadion Billion Polj, the home of Bosnia. Kimmich is having a talk with the referee of the yellow card being shown, the booking which he got late at the 90th minutes. And yes, Germany had a convincing win of one goal margin with two goals being scored in this game. The game has been called off by the referee, and the young squad from Julian Nagelsmann, the likes of Stiller in the defensive midfields, Furyk, Anton, Bukard, and Gossens, the experienced left back. So some sort of mixed experienced players as well as some sort of young players in the squad, especially the experience of the defense mixing up with the new young players for those attacks. This has resulted the win for the Germans against Bosnia, though they were not playing with their experienced squad. And it is full time over here, and Germany has got those 3 points clearly against Bosnia. Talking about Hungary and Netherlands, this game, yes, Netherlands has equaled with that Dumfries goal at the 83rd minute. But most disappointing fact is that but the most disappointing fact is that Van Dijk has been given a red card at the 79th minute. Damn, Netherlands were down to 10 men, and in the full time they have just drawn levels against Hungary. Hungary, to be precise, they are defensively very strong, and they have done the damage against Netherlands. Netherlands just scoring a single goal against the Hungarians. So yes, Hungarians have done their job at home of their Puskas Arena. And the third match between Slovakia and Sweden has resulted in a draw as well, with two goals from Strelec from Slovakia and IRA and Sema scoring in the first half for Sweden. So Slovakia getting that comeback against Sweden has scored those two goals. And in the match between Ukraine and Georgia, Ukraine with that one goal lead of Modric is staying in that stoppage time. So that is all about the coverage which we had today. And those of you guys who joined for the watch along, do give us a like, do share, do subscribe. And yes, stay tuned to FC Ramsay for the updates about the next UEFA Nations League matches, as well as the matches which will be played in the Premier League, as well as the Bundesliga, Serie A, and the La Liga with the likes of Champions League. So today we will be having Croatia and Scotland facing at the home of Stadion Maximir, the home ground of Croatia. We will be having a watch along of the Daleks men facing Clark of Scotland. This will be a good clash to watch out for. As well as tomorrow there are matches between Poland and Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo playing, as well as Serbia against Switzerland, Spain and Denmark, as well as Finland and England. But the matches of Poland, Portugal, Serbia, Switzerland, and Spain, Denmark, that will be definitely a good watch for the next upcoming night, and that is tomorrow. So do stay tuned, guys. It's Saturdays and Sundays over here, and yes, we will be back with the streamings. We will be back with the match analysis tomorrow morning. Do stay tuned, guys. And yes, do hit the like, do share, do subscribe. Till then, keep going. Bye bye.